in y'all face. Peace to all the guys and goddesses. We here right now. We here. We here right now, and now we rise. Peace to all the guys and goddesses. First YouTube live. Finally got on. So we on. I ain't expecting too many followers, so if you catching this, hopefully you be able to catch the next live. I post it on TikTok or whatever platform you from. Now I want to get into it. Sovereignty. Sovereignty. What is it? I put the definition up, right? Supreme authority. Over who though? Over yourself. And what is yours that you earned through your rights as a person on this planet, as a God being on this planet, whatever you want to call yourself. Because the powers that be are trying to take away our sovereignty, even though they know it's already over with for them. It's just on us now as the population, as the popularity, to stand on what is ours. Now, we see how all the laws going, right? We see how all the laws going. We see how the New World Order, the UN, WHO, the World Health Organization, all of this stuff going. But the question is, what are we going to do about it as the people? What are we going to do? Everything is contracts. Everything is laws. We are being put in certain situations, and we didn't agree to these things as a people. Not only that, as indigenous people to the planet. So we have to start to understand and overstand where is all of this stuff going. How is this relating to me? How is this going to affect my life and my well-being? Whether if I'm indigenous or not indigenous. You need to know which side of the field that you playing on, because it is crucial. He talking about food shortages. He talking about all of this. And the question is, what are you doing to prepare yourself, or what are you doing to help prepare other people for this? As Rashad Jamal says, positive energy always increases elevation. Have you come and just come positive with it. Bring the information, because the most important thing right now is for the people to know the information. We got the gods and the goddesses out here. We got elders out here that's teaching, the matriarch, that's teaching the people the history and how to connect the dots. Now it's time as the people for us to come together. Put our feelings to the side, put all the energy that's in motion, our emotions, to the side, and start to transform our mentality. Start to use true alchemy to transform the world. And once we transform our mental mindset, and with us coming together, they have no choice but to overturn everything back unto the rightful owners. But we have to be the ones that activate it as the population. It ain't gonna just take a leader saying, oh, sign this bill into play and we gonna get everything back. No, everything is already constructed. Now it's on us to do what we need to in order to take hold of what's ours. Because once the contract is signed, it's signed. The wealth is gonna get turned over. Okay? If you need to, go look up the Indigenous Indigenous Rights Act in the United States in the UN. The God Rod Hayes been talking about it for a while now. Look it up. We gotta start to come together, start to claim our clans, our tribes, start to get our feathers together, our tribes, get under our chieftains, get under our matriarchs, right, of the land, and start to claim what is ours. But we have to go to the right spots and the right information and get to that information in order to know what to do. This is just my first live. I'm gonna come on again tomorrow with more detail and more detail. We're gonna be right here in the car. But for right now, I'm just winging it. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. If you ain't got no joint, get you a joint. So we gotta understand and understand that everything that's going on in the world right now is to take away the people's sovereignty. Everything is distracting the people so they can take away your sovereignty. That's it. They don't want nothing else from you. Because once they know they got your sovereignty, meaning they got complete authority over you, supreme authority over you, that's all they looking for. So they can just run up in your house and give you what they want. You can't back talk, you can't say nothing. They can ship you off, separate you from your family. Man, come on. But it's already won. All we gotta do is stand on it now. Stand on it. And then once we start to implement it, it's gonna last for generations. Because it's nothing new. We're going to start to come in remembrance of how our old systems were. How things were before this new world order. When we had free electricity. When we had the H3O2, the fruit juice. When we had water vibrating at a certain frequency, giving it a molecular structure. So when you drunk it, the water that you was drinking actually gave you life, when I'm talking about H2O. And then not only that, having gigantic city-sized agriculture. We talking about people going hungry. This will not exist in this new earth that's getting ready to come in this new system. And I'm not talking about the new world order, the NWO, whatever you want to call it. I'm talking about once the rightful owners of the planet get the wealth back in order to overturn the system, is when you will see everything begin to truly flourish. Now, everything has to be in sync for what is above to come below. Because as above, so below. If there is order above, there will be order below. That's why we must activate as a people, right? So I follow Rashad Jamal, I follow Rod Hayes, I follow Young Elder. Man, I follow a lot of people, right? Grew up in the Christian background, right? Native American, right? When I say Native American, indigenous to this land, all right? Pumpkin, Patuan, Shawnee. Traveled all the way down to the Floridas with the Creeks and the Mississippians. So when I say as above, so below, I'm talking about everybody, all the ancestors that's in the spaceships, all the ancestors that's in the space in the astral planes. In order for things to come together, and as we see things coming together, it's going to transpire on this plane as well. I can't say if it's going to be bloodshed, and I can't say if it's not going to be bloodshed. But the only thing that I can say is that there is going to be a renewing of the system. So we must stand on our sovereignty. That's what the elders are giving us. If you following any of the leaders on YouTube and you following, Young Elder just went live right now as I'm live. So I'm probably gonna end this in the next 5 minutes to catch him. But as you following any other leaders, what they are saying is get this information out. Get this information out. Let people hear it. Whether you got to say it in your own words, share the video, however the case, we got to get the information out because we got to get everyone in agreement that we must stand on our sovereignty. Because a lot of y'all that think this thing is about race, your skin color has been used to actually go against you. Not only that, being used as a puppet. So this thing go way deeper than your skin tone. This is new. That's why the spell of race is so strong. Of skin tone in your race, or how you look physically with these two eyes, is new. On whether it gives me benefits or not, that's new. So that spell was so strong. But now it's unveiling. We seeing right through it. So stand on your sovereignty, because once, I'm telling you, once things get back in the hands of the true inhabitants, they will make life easier for the plain, period. Ain't no need to be scared. If you belong here, you will be here. If you don't belong here, you won't be here. Like, it's no different from you being born and you dying. That's it. Like, there's no difference. So understand and overstand the importance of standing on your sovereignty. And they trying to sneak in all these laws and all of these things for distractions. We got to remember what terrorism is. What is terrorism? It is a political scheme in order to induct fear into the population so they can vote or they can pass laws underneath so they can, manipulate the system. Remember, we don't sign the contracts. If they ain't mailed no contract and no bill to my house, it don't count. It ain't valid. It ain't valid if I'm on the land. And that goes for all of us, because we are reflections. As above, so below. So within, so without. These are principles of the universe. Ain't no change. I'm not talking about no gravity or nothing like that. I'm talking about real fundamentals, real magnetism here, real alchemy. All of this starts in our mentality, though. The information is here. It's already being decoded in front of our eyes as we speak, real time. But you got to know where to look for this information. You got to dig in deep, because you are your savior. You are the one that you've been looking for in order to get you out of whatever situation that you in. So we got to stand on our sovereignty no matter what the higher powers at be want to do, period. Get with your local community. Get in your geographical location. It's getting ready to be football season. Get with the community. Do something within the community. Spread the message within the community. This is what we have to do, and we got to stand by what we're doing. Because once we start standing by what we're doing, it's going to last 10 years. Then that 10 years is going to turn into 30 years. That 30 years is going to multiply into 60 years. That 60 years is going to turn into 180. Now we talking about generationals. Now we going on 2 centuries of the same consistency, standing on our sovereignty, period. We not getting manipulated by paper genocide. We not getting manipulated by coercion. If I said that word right, a corrosion, or not corrosion, but coercion. I hope I said that word right. Correct me in the comments if I did. But being on point at all times, at all costs. standing on our sovereignty. This is what they want. They want to be in control of everything, but own nothing. That don't make no sense. And this is what they tell you out of their own mouth. The people are the puppets at that are in front of us for the powers that be. That's how I like to consider them now. All them powers that be that we done heard about, all the conspiracies, Rockefeller, Rothschilds, man, puppets. All them puppets. They ain't got no real power. They puppets. Once you understand and understand what's really going on, all of them is puppets. No power. They messed up by creating YouTube and stuff. But the Mossad had to. They had to make YouTube so we can get the message out and different things like that. Because a lot of people gonna be scared to go out in their local communities because they scared of the gang members and them boys with dreads, red eyes, all gold in their mouth. They scared to go approach them and talk to them. So we had to use other means of communicating so we can get this message across. Me, I'm not scared. I'm in the community. I coach football and I coach basketball. If I can do it full time, I would. That's my goal. Detaching from the government, period. No parts of it. I don't want my son in it, period. If I'm honored to have another child, I don't want them in it, period. I'm just saying, when you understand and understand that this whole system has been manipulated for war tactics this whole time, you don't want no parts of nothing that this lying system, sovereign taking, communist system got going on, period. I got 0 followers, 0 likes, 17 minutes in, YouTube might let this video go, and I'm saying a lot in this video. And I ain't finna come with no receipts, nothing like that. Go follow my TikTok. If you want receipts and other videos to see that what I'm talking about, go follow my TikTok. So at the end of the day, we gotta stand on what's ours. If you not indigenous to the land or whatever, then you need to get behind the people that are. Because it sounds like to me, somebody gonna have the wealth backbone in this bit. Because it's being transferred. Believe me in what I say. Look at the difference between Biden's Bible when he got inaugurated and Trump's Bible. And you tell me, what are we really in? Hope y'all burning on some good. You feel me? But I want y'all to understand and understand what all the leaders be talking about. I ain't got to come on here with a whole bunch of information, as in receipts and all of this. I only want to be that type of person that come on here showing you all of that, because at the end of the day, it's enough leaders and teachers with enough wisdom and knowledge for you to go out here and get it yourself, because that's the only way you're going to be truly awakened. You cannot be awakened with somebody just giving you just the information and in a cycle, you just receiving it, taking notes. Now you got to meditate on that. You got to put it in practical practice. You got to apply it to your life. That's the only way you become awakened. So that's why I come the way that I come. So if you're looking for receipts, hey, I'm sorry. But you got Brother Rod Hayes and the Elder just did a live the other day. They dropped a whole bunch of receipts for you. Rashad Jamal stay dropping receipts. It's a bunch of TikTokers that drop receipts all day, every day. All they do is be in the book or be on Google. And plus, you can do it yourself, because those same books, the same search engines, these same social media platforms, whatever, is access to you as well, if you can see this video right now. So not to go away from the title, but stand on your sovereignty. Stand on your sovereignty. That's all you got. That's all you got. Man, woman, God, goddess, king, queen. Stand for who you are and what you are. That's it. Everybody can talk about whatever they want to talk about what's going on in the world. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about. What's going on in the world. But it don't matter. Because out of all these distractions, we need to come up with one common answer. Me, I believe that. I don't even gonna say I believe. But as I'm aware of all of this information, I see that as standing on our sovereignty. It don't matter what race you are. Sovereign is just having authority over the God being, the reptilian being, the Palladian being, the human being, the being itself, whatever you is in this galactic federation. Stand on your sovereignty. If you a clone that don't know you a clone, stand on your sovereignty. It don't matter who you is or what you are. Stand on your sovereignty. That's all we got. We ain't got nothing else out here. We got God's law, nature's law, our human rights, natural born rights of the plane with nobody say so. It has nobody say so over it. But they have us bamboozled and fooled that we gotta pay. These people have been tapping into free electricity for years. And they got us bamboozled that we gotta pay. Now think about it. Tesla tapped in. Well, he was a puppet. I ain't even gonna get into that. They been tapped into free electricity. So why wouldn't they use that energy to make money? And they got us. Not only that, they disguised the proper way on how to use the tax system. So it was never a win situation for you, period. The system is a corporation. United States of America is a corporation that is there to mimic a real government or nationality. This is basic information. This is not anything new. I'm just here to let you know to stand on your sovereignty. That's it. Just stand on your sovereignty. How do you stand on your sovereignty? First, you need to go look up the Indigenous Rights Act. You got to go look it up. Rod Hayes just read it. Go look it up. The video with Young Elder and Rod Hayes cooking up. Big Mama cooking up. They went over it. I'm just here to do exactly what the elders tell us to do. Go spread the message. That's all we can do as a community. Keep spreading this message and then find ways where we can interact with each other only. And people that have the like mind. That's it. It can be hard, and that's okay. Because we have been through harder as a people, as a nation. as different sectors of clans, of tribes, of gangs. So for us to have to bite the bullet on having to work with our people for a little bit longer to just wash out the government so we can collect the wealth just to stand on our sovereignty, come on. Stand on your sovereignty. So I know my videos ain't exciting. That's why I say, you know, spark up a joint or something. You know, I ain't got my laptop or nothing today. But we just gotta understand and overstand these things. A lot of people be like, oh, well, how do we do it? How do we come together? How do we do it? I just told you. Start locally, geographically. That's the best way to do it. Get with people in your community. They say the revolution will not be televised. That's the only way I can see it not being televised. I understand and understand that it's certain people in certain sectors of the world or certain sectors of the states, certain sectors of the nation, but you got to get it in your sector. If we can't get it locally, we can't get it nationally. See what I'm saying? Everybody else said it. Everybody else set in place. Everybody just waiting on us now. Everybody just waiting on the people, the indigenous people. Everybody just waiting on us now. That's it. I'm telling you, they just waiting on us. Once we rise and everything, everybody like, about time. Finally, planet finna go back in order. Restoration, reset mode. Y'all getting confused by this whole great reset. Don't let this whole metaverse and all of this stuff fool you. Don't let it fool you. It's a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. Y'all ain't even got no clue. All this stuff has just been straight distraction mode just to give you a glimpse of what they trying to reflect, as above, so below. The spiritual realm and all of these different things that we can't see with our naked eye. Metaverse ain't for everybody. And my thing is, whether it's here or it's not, what I'm saying, is it wrong? If Jesus, God, Yahweh, whoever you want to call your deity is, if they don't come back, is what I'm saying wrong? To stand on our sovereignty? To stand for what is ours? If don't nobody come off the spaceship, or everything, the solar flares and all this stuff in this new age, if it don't go the way we going, if the pole shift don't happen, what if none of this stuff happens? My question is, and what I'm saying, stand on your sovereignty and what is yours with this system that going on, is what I'm saying wrong, regardless, right? Because it's about putting ourselves in a win-win situation, period. Now, we got the soldiers coming off the spaceships. We got the Most High coming back. We got his son coming back. We got whatever deity you want to put up there coming back. Why not go ahead and stand on our sovereignty and we already know what's coming and stand on that too? But if they not coming, then you stand on your sovereignty. I'm just saying that as in the sense of getting the whole idea of standing on your sovereignty and understanding and overstanding that this can be done by day basis. Day by day, turn into week by week, turn into month by month, turn into year by year, turn into decade by decade, turn into century by century. Ascending ain't easy. Ascension not easy. That's one thing the leaders can have us fooled in sometimes, is that the ascension is easy. It's not, because you got to deal with self. And the one thing that a lot of us don't want to deal with is self. We don't want to go down in the dark deeps and deal with self. When it all started, when we all started to get programmed, when we all started to go down this whole, whatever this was, the matrix, this programming, sleeping, under a spell, whatever we want to call it. But most of us don't like to deal with the self. And that's what it's going to take for us to stand on our sovereignty. Because once we deal with self, we can deal with everyone else. Because then we can really see the true reflections, see the true transparency, the true oneness. I can see the me and you can see the you and me. I might be crazy though, man. I might be just on here talking to myself. And if that's the case, then so be it. This is for the people that's meant to hear it. If it don't catch nobody, then I guess nobody wasn't meant to hear it. It was just meant for me. But one thing I can only say and get out my message is stand on your sovereignty. Understand or overstand your laws. And if you don't know, just study. Ain't nothing wrong with a little research. Ain't nothing wrong with a little study, no matter how long. People study 4, 5 years. If you got to study 3, 4, 5 years in order to free yourself, then free yourself. We just thankful we ain't in that time where we got to do it in 3, 4, 5 years. We can do this now in a year and a half. 6 months. 3 months. But it's all about a mental transmutation. It's about a mental transformation. If you want to go to scriptures, in Romans, it says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. I don't take all scriptures verbatim. I dissect scriptures and I take, oh, okay, I like that. I ain't gonna lie. But can you get the understanding and overstanding in what I'm saying though? Because if I'm going by the universal laws and what it says in Romans, it says in the Kabbalion about the universal laws that everything is mental. And then it says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, your mentality, the way you think it. So I just put 2 and 2 together. I ain't got to read the rest of it. Just take time to think and use common sense with your research. Don't go by what I say. Go by what you get in from what others say as well as what I say. Fact check, theory check, meditate on it, pray on it, be thankful for the information. It's good to be aware, be conscious, and get your truth through the consistency if that's how you get your truth. If not, then however your truth is, just accept your truth for what it is. But at the end of the day, when I'm talking about the system and the reality that you live in within your truth, sovereignty. Have supreme authority over you and what is yours, of your trust. Be the beneficiary of your trust, of what is your human right, your natural born rights. For just being birthed out of that goddess of a womb, yes, you have natural rights just from flowing through those waters. But you got to stand on them. We were all okie doke into this. Our parents, everybody. We can't hold nobody at fault. We can't hold nobody at fault. So at the end of the day, stand on your sovereignty. I hope that was able to help somebody. And just remember, this government and these powers that be don't got our true intentions. The indigenous people of this planet do though, because they want what's best for the planet and all inhabitants of the planet. This is why the elders came back. This is why the ancestors are speaking. This is why certain things are transpiring and we don't know why. It's time to get back right. So that's it for me. Peace, love, and light. See y'all in the next video.